Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Watch Your Realms video. Looks like the bundles are ongoing, everything's popping up, and oh, there's only one Black Friday deal at the moment, and it's for Gleaming Meteorites, 4,999 WGO. Really expensive, considering you don't even get a guaranteed exclusive here. But yeah, it is what it is. But we want to talk more about our GvG attacks this round. Not the best attacks. I did do some blind runs where, we just went in and did whatever we like. But we're still going to run through it anyways and talk about the thought process behind it and also like what could possibly be done better. And we're going to start off with this first attack. So this was a classic Nightmare team, but with a slight twist, which is that there's a Valderon here. And my first impression when I saw that artifact popped up was crap. I came in here thinking that Valderon is gonna be a DPS unit, but seeing the Key of Forsaken on him, it's very obvious that he's gonna be a tanky one. So the problem here was that obviously we tried to kill Valderon here, but you can see the heals are popping 26k each hit. 32k, so this Valderon is incredibly tanky and no way in hell we were gonna kill it. And yeah, what we had to do was instead change in plans, still use the same units, but instead we're gonna have to be more tactical about it. I placed my rare shielders a bit staggered so that, not all of them procs the hard suit out. And after this, we just managed to send the wolves in and, clear out the team. Because Valderon just doesn't do any damage here since he's in a tank build. And we should probably see that reflecting in the damage charts. Right over here. Yeah, you can see Valderon barely doing any damage there, so incredibly big bait. But the good thing is that we didn't commit too much resources to trying to get the Valderon killed, and instead we still managed to swarm him eventually. But it was pretty close, and I think high BP is required for your units to actually survive long enough there. So yeah, that's the first team down. I'm gonna move to the next one. That's gonna be this one, which I misplayed by picking out the wrong archers. So if you guys caught my earlier video on safe ways to actually use your platform units, you will know that Paradise over here is vulnerable to the epic archers. But I misplayed here, should have placed the epic archers instead to instantly kill Praetors, but I didn't. We tried to salvage this anyways, get Ingrid proc to the single target mode. You can see from the range here, right? She only proc the single target mode if there are units in her range here, and it's just one unit. But in this case, because she's placed so forward, that's possible. So you can see we tried to kill the Praetors here, but yeah, he's quite tanky already, considering he has killed 6 units there. So yeah, it's pretty much a bad run for us here. Nothing's gonna go through. Ingrid switched to her AoE mode again and pretty much unable to do anything there. So I'm just gonna leave the run. But you're gonna see the next run with the epic archers is gonna go very differently. Oops, this is the wrong run. Just have to skip that. I believe this was the other run. Yep, there we go. You can see epic archers, release them right away and they instantly kill Praetors. So this team probably wouldn't work. Sorry, this lineup probably won't work anymore in the subsequent rounds because it doesn't take that long for people to learn that, that area is not safe, and people will as a result decide that we need to switch our placements. And Ingrid dies here, and everything just pretty much falls apart from here. There's really nothing else that the team can do because their main DPS is gone, and Ingrid is dead as well, so we just overrun this very easily. And that's done. And next up, let's see. The other team that we tried was this one. This was also caught on my other video, so I'm not going to show the failed run. I'm going to show the successful run instead. What happened here is that we tried to snipe the Mari in the first run. But after sniping Mari, you realize that Mari is actually in a tank build, which is very obvious once you see the artifact. You don't put Tome of Horrors on and Mari unless you are using her as a tank, pseudo tank plus control. So what we did here was instead bring in the legendary fighters. So what the legendary fighters are trying to achieve here is not only is he tanking some hits, he is also here to make sure that we bring Torador down to the 30% HP threshold. Because Cornelian can only heal beyond the below the 30% threshold, and once that's brought down, it's very easy for Axis to actually do some damage in. And you can see because Torador was down earlier, what happens is that the mage had nothing to target. It targeted Ajax and Mari instead. And right after this, you can see that what was supposed to happen is that Mari was supposed to get her rage all back up. And the previous team was supposed to bait out the ultimate. That didn't happen, so we did improvise on the spot. We used Mari instead to... We used the legendary fighter instead to tank the hits again. And then finish this off with the Axis as well as the legendary Mux. Lego Flyers. And that's done. We just need to use the mage to kill out the rest of the team here. There we go. Everything dies and then we can just swarm it. So yeah, my previous attempt was the one that tested out if Mario was a tank, and then we switched strategies. So I do believe that things like this happens at times where we just simply have to have someone to test it out, see what Mario is built in, and yeah, lo and behold, it's just not working out. The next few videos are gonna be failed attempts. I did this on blind runs. I just wanted to give it a try, especially this one. This one had an Ardea instead of a usual Arrogance, and then a Mari as well. So Mari is probably in a tank build here too, so nothing much we can really do there in terms of killing her. But what I attempted here was actually to try to swarm this team. I did feel that there was a possibility. The Fallen Templars tanked quite well in this case, but what I didn't foresee was how hard the Necros will get hit by Ardea over here. You can see just 3 or 4 hits and the Necros are almost dead. And then with the ultimate on at the same time, yeah, pretty much screwed there. And we do still try to swarm this, but it's not going to be successful. Especially with Mari at the back, you can see I don't even get to proc Hatsu's ultimate. And we send the wolves in the last attempt here before Mari's ultimate comes out, but yeah. Ardea just simply wipes that out. So yeah, I kind of stupidly did the same attempt after this, hoping that things would change, but I didn't use the same strategy. Instead, we did what we repeated with the previous strategy, where you saw in the Ajax Hatsu comp with Mari. We tried to kill out the Torador instead, but the timings are very different on this one, so we kind of butchered that as well. We tried to do the same, send in the legendary fighter to, you know, bring Torador's health down. And we did the same thing, right? Waiting for Mari's rage to be almost up. But what happened here was that our Axis died way too quickly because Ardea's ultimate was there in time. Probably should have waited a bit there, maybe send in some bait units to proc the ultimates before we actually send in our actual DPS. You can see even here we barely managed to kill Torador because once again they are caught up in the tanks, and this run is pretty much busted by now. Bad attempt. I think I could have done that in a lot better manner. But yeah, it's the first match of the season. We can afford to screw things up a bit. And then over here, I tried to swarm a bit, but my pharaohs were far too weak. Didn't manage to do it. It's a bit different from what we've seen in the past. In the last season, we were able to use the full couple with the pharaohs to actually kill things off here. But what I've discovered from our blind runs and our actual practices was that it's very hard to get the full to survive because of the placement differences. And yeah, because the Pharaoh dies, we don't actually get enough damage here. And coupled with the Valk at the back, you can see all our spawns actually died. And yeah, we do manage to almost kill that Constance there, but Lily saved it, and it's pretty much GG from here. Probably should have rethought this a bit more, but yeah, it's the first season. I think we can afford to make some mistakes. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Running through our attacks, I do think that we'll start to see stronger teams moving forward, especially when people start figuring out what's the right teams to use, and also what are the more unbreakable defenses. In my opinion, Torador teams tend to be the most annoying to go up against, just because of the RNG involved. For example, if you're sending in axes to kill the Torador and the Torador just happens to stun your axes before they land a blow, that could be the difference that, you know, ends up in you killing the axes versus you being able to, you know, wipe out Torador and kill the rest of the team. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. We will expect more competitive fights moving forward, especially when people start picking out the meta. But I think the first few fights of the season, things tend to be more casual. And yeah, let me know down in the comment section below if you have any questions. Hope this video was helpful. If you did find it helpful, leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.